The objective of this video is, after end of this video, the audience will understand avenues for growth in education. They can specify role of medical education unit or MU and role of faculty in the medical education unit. They can explore opportunities for further courses. They will be able to list the advantages and disadvantages of networking in education. Now, role of medical education unit and the medical education unit faculties as per NMC, they can arrange the faculty development program which is NMC approved, and it is focused on the topics as per need of college faculty. They create the learning resource materials during this faculty development program. Non-NMC small faculty development programs frequently, because in the faculty development program the assistant professor onward they are eligible to take this, whereas the clinical tutors and the demonstrators they regularly take the practical classes. So that's why, and the ASers, and that's why medical education unit organizes some small faculty development programs to create awareness and orientation. And the supporting role for capacity building, for example training of facilitators for the self-directed learning and guides for electives. Now they also coordinate with the regional center and the nodal center so that faculties can go there and have the higher courses, for example ACME or the FEMR or the diploma in medical education. They prepare and maintain reports and records of the proceeding. So this is the picture of the basic course in medical education in the year of 2022 in our institute, Rampurhat Government Medical College. So these are the another pictures. Here the participants are doing their activity, they are presenting, it is the inauguration, and the facilitators are giving their content. So medical education unit also organizes the program electives. We have several elective topics and we have organized the selection of students for the electives in a very proper way, and these are the electives, and after the end of the elective how the students are presenting what they have learned, and a detailed report are sent to the regional center. Also the medical education unit of Rampurhat Government Medical College, we do the faculty development program and this family adoption program in a very religious way. You can see that our students are going to the rural areas. Some blocks, chalk mandala blocks are given to them. So they are given, each student are given 5 families. So they are acting as a first contact with the ASHA workers over there. So we regularly, our students go there and they act as a liaison between the hospital and the patient. Medical education unit, another function is to create the routine for all the phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, 1 and phase 3, 2, then according to the NMC guideline. Now these are few courses, further courses in the medical education. If any person is interested in the further course, they can do the advanced course in medical education, that is NMC approved. Another is the FEMR. Also there are some online courses available, AMEE, and they can do the diploma in postgraduate diploma in medical education, PhD in medical education. They can contact the nodal centers where actually these courses usually happen. Medical education unit acts as a liaison between the nodal center and the faculty, and they can, whenever they organize this ACME, so the participants can apply. And each course has certain eligibility criteria and the specified duration. So we have finished the functions of medical education unit in a medical college, the role of their faculties, and also what are the further advanced courses available in medical education. Now we are focusing on the next part, that is the networking. Is there any need of networking? Now in the present era, we all are aware about this networking. Suppose I want to show this picture to you and I ask which movie is this and who is the actor and who is the cinema director. Most of you can answer it. It's because he is a prominent actor of India, Mr. Soumitra Chatterjee, and this is the scene from a movie Sonar Kerala, which is a very famous movie of film director Satyajit Ray. Now if I ask you the question, in which year this famous actor Mr. Soumitra Chatterjee was awarded the Dada Saheb Phalke Award, which is India's highest award in cinema. Okay, it is given annually by the government of India for lifetime contribution to Indian cinema. In which year he got it? If I ask you, many of you may not know it. Okay, so what you do, you will do googling, and you have the Mr. Google to answer it in the year 2012. So all of us, we know this famous tennis player Steffi Graf holding a French Open trophy, and I think many of you may know that she won her first French Open in the year of 1987 at the age of only 18 years. Now if I ask you, whom did she beat in the semi-final? Can you find the answer? You will again take the help of Mr. Google and you will get the answer that it is Chris Evert. Now my third question is that we identify these two famous personalities. One is Albert Einstein and Rabindranath Tagore. There was a meeting between these two stalwarts. Now if I want to know when, actually in which year this meeting has happened, again you have to take the help of the networking system to get the answer in the year of 1930, and it was July 14. So in this era, all of us are aware of what networking is, and there is an African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. So networking is kind of bond between us, make us connected so that our knowledge can go far. Now the definition of networking, it says, networking refers to the art of creating interdependent or interconnected groups or systems for the mutual benefit of all members of the system. Now we want to know what is the role of networking in medical education. The conscious creation of interconnected relationships among various students. In the medical education, what actually networking does, it creates an interconnected relationship among student, teachers and other stakeholders with similar interests, either directly or through intermediaries, for the purpose of achieving common or individual goals, sharing resources as well as social communications. So I am presently using this YouTube platform to make you aware about this networking, to send this message to more and more person. So networking in medical education, initially it was done in the previous days when we were not that much savvy of using the networks or mobiles, and by the conferences, by continuing medical education, by workshops, by task forces, by now after that we started creating groups for BCME groups, basic course groups, advanced course groups, framer groups. Now all these groups, if they get any important information, they share. So the domain of knowledge, it gradually increases by this networking, and it creates an association. Now, educational networking is the use of social networking. The previous slide I told you about this conference, CME and all these things. But these social networking technologies, they also play an important role in medical education. So, educational networking is the use of social networking technologies for educational purpose. Social networking means online communities of people with shared interest. I think all my subscribers, they are aware of all these networking sites. Now these sites are developed and secured by Web 2.0 applications which pertain to diverse web-enabled applications created on an open source platform, and it is run by user generated and user manipulated content. And the most frequently used such applications, it may be the YouTube, wikis, blogs, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, at present Twitter is now has become X. So like this, we are aware about all these platforms. Now, initially, many old school medical faculties, they had some negative view on this networking because they felt it as transactional or the manipulative, and we also, like the trainees like us in the past ages, we also felt it as a threat to a merit based value system. Initially, networking or this internet was not available to all of us. Okay, so trainees may feel intimidated by more senior leaders and not reach for or respond to the networking opportunities. Okay, so it was an initial view. Now, the our workforce, mostly it is our generation Z. Okay, so the generation of from 1946 to 1964, they were the baby bloomers. Okay, so they raised in the post World War II, so their resources were limited and there were work centric, conservative. Okay, then came from 1965 to 1980. This is a generation X. I belong to this group, this generation X. So they are raised before their technology actually happened in the education, and there was a work life balanced, independent, materialistic workforce, this generation X. Then we had the millennial generation, that is the generation Y, 1981 to 1996. Now they are raised in an economically stable and technologically advancing society. Now at present we are having the generation Z. Okay, so they are born after 1997. Okay, and they are raised in a digitalized world. Okay, they are communicative, open, diverse, collaborative, and so much tech savvy. So my subscribers, I think they're much more tech savvy than myself. They can quickly adopt the social networking sites, they're habitual to it, and that creates a lag, an imbalance between my students and me. I am not that much tech savvy. So we have to consider about this generation Z because we are planning the medical education for them. Here lies the importance of networking. So we teachers, whether we want or don't want, our students are already in these networking platforms. There is a publication on the trend of social media used by the undergraduate medical students. It was published in the Elsevier, and it showed that 75% of the medical students, they use the social networking sites. And what is the trend of using it? You can see they mostly use these wikis are mostly commonly used, then Wikipedia, then they use the YouTube or podcasts, blogs, okay, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. So These are the trends of social media among the students. Now, another important point is that the recent COVID-19 pandemic has changed the education strategies dramatically across the world. The distinctive rise of e-learning being undertaken remotely by revolution has revolutionized the use of digital platforms and social networking sites. It compelled us to use all these things because at that time so much social restrictions were there. Now, networking in medical educations, we can use it in the blogs and the microblogs, in the collaborative projects, in the Wikipedia, social networking sites like WhatsApp, Facebook, then LinkedIn and the podcasts. First come to the WhatsApp. We are all aware about the WhatsApp groups. I myself in the platform of medical education other than other groups, okay, I am included in so many groups: postgraduate diploma groups, mate groups, medical education technology groups, CBME group, then advanced or ACME group, so many groups. So all of us, I think my subscribers, my students are also included in so many groups like this. So we all are aware about the functioning of these groups. Now, in these groups, actually physicians or the students, they interact with peers and mentors to frame issues, brainstorm, validate and share information, make decisions and create management protocols, all of which contribute to learning in practice. It offers great potential for enhancing workplace learning among physicians. It is likely that working together in this way creates the best environment for learning that enhances professional practice and professional judgment. Now, what is this social networking site? This like, this haha, and all these things. I think my students very well aware about it. It is about the Facebook. So this Facebook and the Twitter, now it is X, they are guiding students. They usually guide the students in assignment, enhances learning engagement, creating a positive climate for education. And we have so many medical education groups, like you can see here: community and family medicine Facebook group, general medicine group, pharmacy in medicine and medical knowledge, medicine group, physiology group, anatomy group, and so many groups, neuroscience research group. Okay, so we are member of so many groups like this, where we can have USMLE group, so we can have required informations, we can share our ideas and all these things. Next is platform is the YouTube. I think we are all aware of it. So YouTube in the medical education, we can post the patient stories and the study cases, anatomy lessons, live and autopsy, surgery, robotic surgery, laparoscopic surgery, different procedures, 3D animations, quizzes, live surgery, videos in research papers, medical imaging, ultrasound, ECG interpretation, so many things we can learn from this YouTube. YouTube can be used as a very important medical educational networking tool in medical education. So it is seen that more than 1 billion unique users visit YouTube each month. And in my subject physiology, this person, Dr. Najib, is very famous in his physiology lectures. And even if you try to get some topics like inverse stretch reflex or some conductive airways, you can find my videos also in the YouTube. So the next thing it comes is the wiki. What is wiki? A wiki is a website that includes web pages containing content. Wiki pages are created using a collaborative software program, then published to the web. In other words, a wiki is a web publishing tool. What can we do in the wiki? We can create new pages, we can edit content on a page, delete a page, view recent activity, view revision history, comment on a page, manage access to content, and limit also access to editing tools. Okay, the type of contents are so many things. It may be text, images, videos. When I am asked when the meeting between Einstein and the Rabindranath Tagore took place, you took the help of wiki, and it was clearly mentioned the year and the date. So we are also very aware of this uses of wiki. And how to use it? By documentation, knowledge base, project management, then meeting management, and encyclopedia, and all others. These are the ways to use wiki. Now, what are the wiki tools by which we can use it? By Google Sites, by Google Drive, by Wiki Spaces, by WebPaint, and the PBWiki. Now, the next social networking site, it could be a blog. Now, a blog is frequently updated online personal journal or diary. So, free blogs, there are bloggers are there. Paid blogs are also there. WordPress is the example. So many medical blogs are there for British Medical Journals, King's Fund, PHE, General Media, Guardian, Huffington Post. These are the examples of blogs. So, White Coat Reflections is an example of such blog. Medical Education blog is also there. So to blog means to share, to connect, to create, to inspire. Okay, so we can share so many things, resources we can share. We can have interactive digital reports, e-portfolios, we can have discussions, we can have the communications, we can show the any unique case like this. Journals also have blogs. So this is an important social networking site which can be used in medical education. Then is the podcasting. Podcasting is delivering audio or video content to iPods and other portable media players on demand so that it can be listened or viewed when convenient. The main benefit of podcasting is that listeners can synchronize content to their media player and take it with them to listen whenever they want to. So this is the most important aspect of social networking site. Whenever you want it, at your own pace, at your own time frame, you can see it, you can repeat it. So this is the utility, most important utility of this social networking site to use in the educational purpose. And there are so many podcasting in the medicine. We can get so many podcasting of some eminent journals like JAMA, like British Medical Journals, like ACP, like this NEJM, this week Science Podcast, Lancet, John Hopkins Hospital also have a podcasting site like this. So these are very useful for the researcher, for the medical researcher, for the medical educators, and also for the students. Now, how does podcasting work? Produce the content, record and edit, put that content where it can be served, media host, post the episode, blog post, linking the media file to the post and publish to your blog. So in this way podcasts work. So there are some examples of a podcast. A podcast is a digital audio or video file that is episodic, that is downloadable, that is program driven, mainly with a host and or theme, convenient, usually via an automated feed with computer software. Now, what are the benefits of using social networking sites in medical education? It gives valuable insights. Names gets noticed. If you have blogs or you have a channel, so your name gets noticed. And sharing educational resources, that I think that is important for my students, for my fellow faculty members, and communities of practice. So what are the disadvantages? First is the authenticity. The major limitation of community resources is authenticity. The accuracy of answer to queries is open to debate. As with all resources online, social networking sites too face the problem of quirks and the incorrect information. So Mr. Google is not always right. So it is better to consult the textbooks if you get an information in the social networking site. Then the spamming and obscenity are common phenomena. Plagiarism and intellectual property right, that is also a problem with the networking sites. There was a paper published on the patterns of usage and uses and perceived impact of social network sites on the medical education students, medical students. Most of the students, they have cited the negative effect of SNS as that can't ensure the privacy of the information that is being sent online, and the information may not be authentic. So authenticity is a problem, and there will be wastage of lot of time, because we know that these sites can not only be used in educational purpose but also can be used for so many non-educational purpose. So if you are planning to read something on the respiratory medicine or the respiratory physiology from these sites, and while going to the specific site, you waste so many times on other sites. And there is another data on it, that the social networking site used for educational and non-educational purpose. You can see this, the non-educational use of Instagram is maximum, and the Facebook, it is also very high. So there will be wastage of time in case of social networking site uses, if you are not aware about your goal and objective very properly. Another important problem is that most of our students, medical fraternity people, they are not aware about the ethical issues, how ethically we can use the social networking sites. Okay, so only 20 to 27% they are aware about the ethical use of social networking site. Okay, so rest 70% they are not aware, especially the medical faculties like us. We are not that much tech savvy, so we are not aware about it. And you can find so many times the clinicians, they share the patient details with the pictures in the open social platforms, so that it will be a breach in the patient's confidentiality. So it should be known that keep all patient informations private, mentor and to be mentored, demonstrate responsible social media user. So to conclude, there are risks as well as productive uses of social media networking. Networking can enhance education, professionalism, and public health. It helps in disseminating accurate information, countering inaccuracies. It can guide modeling professionalism. It can engage learners and the public outside of traditional classrooms and offices. It helps to contribute, to connect, and to share in ways that foster your teaching, learning, and professional growth. The choice of media you make should be guided by your goals, your strengths and weakness of the platform, and the expected educational benefit for your learners. So we want to conclude with the word of Eric Wallman, that we don't have a choice on whether we do social media or not. The question is how well we do it. So these are my references. Thank you, and acknowledgement to the Medical Education Unit of my college, Rampurhat GMC.